Hello everyone, back again with another video. This one's unrelated to Alvarez Metalworks as far as the tool review is concerned. It's something that I do, and I've been doing a little bit of this on the side, and it's basically upholstery work. And I wanted to talk to you guys today and show you a little bit of the difference between a pneumatic staple gun and an electric staple gun, specifically the Porta-Cable US 58 upholstery staple gun and the Craftsman Easy Fire. A lot of guys, or a lot of people out there looking to do some, basic upholstery work. You'll know if you've ever tried to do it. Those hand staple guns, they'll do a number on you. You might put down a few hundred staples, and by the time you're done, your hands are killing you. Those things are pretty brutal. So a lot of you guys will quickly turn to electric staple guns because some of you guys might not have access to air compressors to go with the pneumatic style. We're gonna show you a little bit of a difference, because I bought this under the same reasons. I bought this because I needed something and honestly didn't have an air compressor at the time to go out and buy myself what I consider a proper upholstery staple gun. So anyway, for those that are interested in seeing any of the work that I've done, just either send me a message. You know what? No, check down in the description. I'm going to put a couple links down there. I've got a photography page on Facebook, and I've got some of my upholstery work and just some of the other artwork that I've done in general. I'm going to put that link down there. I normally don't share that on YouTube, but I'm going to this time. Check that out. You can see a couple of pieces that I've done. One is completely custom, and that actually has a lot to do with Alvarez Metalworks because it's a metal ottoman slash coffee table, but it's got upholstered inserts into it. So I built the frame and everything out of steel and put the upholstered inserts in there. Then I actually reupholstered my first chair as well. So, and that's on there. It's a girly chair. It's got a ladybug theme. It's pretty cool though. Anyway, let's get down to this. Let's get this out of the way. You guys already saw that. Let me give you a close-up for those who are really trying to read this. Okay, pause it if you want to read more. Okay, I've got this already plugged in. Let me put some oil in my pneumatic gun. For those that are interested in what kind of oil you would use in a pneumatic stapler, this is what I use in all my air tools. It's Marvel air tool oil. You can get this stuff at like a local auto parts store or whatever. It's not very expensive. Just drop a drop or two in there. That's it. You don't want to go too crazy because then it'll start spewing oil all over your fabrics and stuff. So, what I will say, well, first let's do a review on this one, okay? This works. I did all the upholstery on the ottoman with this gun here, okay? It's not ideal. It can get you by, but it's not ideal. You're going to really have a lot of problems with getting the staples to go all the way in the wood smoothly and not be bent up or anything like that. We got a little strip of leather in here. Let me show you this leather. You can see how thick that is. Let's say it's I don't know how thick that is. Whatever. It's fairly thick. So we're going to staple that on there. Let me cut this in two pieces. Okay. The first part of this is I'm going to hold this lightly, okay? No real pressure, just light pressure. Just basically balancing it and just a little bit of light pressure and firing it. You see what that did? you know, it essentially didn't go in. And part of that has to do with staple quality, but ultimately it's the gun. If I hold this down tightly, then it goes in nice and neat, okay? When you're stapling hundreds of staples into whatever project you're working on, yes, you can do this and really hold it down, but eventually your arms and everything are going to get really, really tired, okay? Let's go ahead and staple this piece to it. Okay, we got that on there, nice and, there we go. Nice and flat, didn't push down into the leather too far, it's the way it needs to be, okay? No real misfires from it. Again, like some of these, they're not quite pushed down all the way, so you might have to go back with a hammer and tap them down. That's essentially the way I had to deal with when I did that upholstery project. I had done a lot of that. Okay, this porter cable gun, I haven't used it on any projects just yet. I bought it specifically because this gun wouldn't work for a project that I'm getting ready to work on, okay? And the reason why it won't is because I needed a long nose on here. And this is actually not a long nose. I would say this is like a medium-sized nose. And the reason you're going to want something like that is the piece that I'm working on, the staples aren't going into a flat surface like this. Basically what they've done is they cut out a groove so they can shove piping, welting, whatever you want to call it. They cut out, I would say it's about 1/4 of an inch groove and about 1/4 of an inch deep. And the staple gun has to get down inside that groove to staple all of this. Okay? This gun would never do that. It would never ever, no matter what you did, it would never work for that project. This gun will work for that project. Now the only issue that I have with this gun is I wish it was a little bit flatter, maybe just a longer nose. Because right now it barely gets in there, but it does. Okay, and it's just because of the thickness of it, not because of the depth. It's the thickness. It tapers and starts getting bigger. So if it was a longer nose, I probably wouldn't have that issue, but it does the job. So let me just show you this. Let's start on this other side. Okay, I'm not putting any pressure. I'm just holding it, okay? The hose is trying to pull this down, and I'm essentially just trying to lift it up. Okay, no pressure. All of those are in there, nice. Okay, they're not penetrating too far into the wood. If I put pressure on it, a little bit of pressure, then they penetrate into the wood very, very well. Okay? That first one is with pressure, second one's going to be without. Okay, again, the first one had me pressing down on it, the second one didn't. Okay? I would actually say these are better than this, because this seems like it's barely pressing down enough, where these are actually pressing down a great, quite a bit. Okay, you're not going to have issues with that. I will say this, the staples are different, okay? I would say the staples that are in this are higher quality, but they're also smaller staples, okay? And the only reason that's the case is because this gun requires a different staple than that one does. So, and it's not because I was out there trying to, make this gun look better than that one. This is the staples this requires, this is the staple that one requires. Basically, that's the difference, If you're looking to do multiple projects, you know. I don't know how many staples I just fired, but that was nothing. For me to fire all those staples on here, I'm going to already start showing signs of fatigue, trying to press this down as much as I need to. Plus, then I'm going to have to come back here with a hammer and start tapping those staples in all the way. Okay? That's why you need a pneumatic staple gun if you're trying to do, legitimate upholstery work. Even if it's as a hobby, and you're doing something more than just reupholstering the cushions on your dining set. If you're trying to do this for more than one project, go get yourself a small compressor. Go get yourself a pneumatic staple gun. This one actually is pretty cheap. I'll put the link to this down in the description so you can find it on Amazon. That's where I got it from. I'm a member of Amazon Prime, so I get free shipping, free 2-day shipping, and I couldn't ask for a better product. This seems very, very well built. The only issue that you or anybody else might have with this is it doesn't come with a case, okay? But you can always just use the box if you really want to put it away all the time. The other one is there's no safety on the trigger, okay? You're gonna have to be really, really careful that you don't just fire staples across the room. There's no safety here, no safety there, so be careful so you don't go in and do something like this and fire a staple into your leg, okay, or to your hand or something like that. So that's the only thing, and to be honest, there's a lot of pneumatic staplers for upholstery that don't have safety mechanisms on the trigger, and the reason being is because they need this nose to be as small as they possibly can to get into all the little nooks and crannies. When you look at like construction staplers, there's a foot on here that has to be depressed for the trigger to actually work. You can't have one of these feet on here and have a good upholstery stapler. The ones out there that have safety mechanisms, it's on the actual trigger. Some people want it and some upholsterers have a big problem with it. It's in the way. If you get a staple in your hand or your leg or something stupid like that, it's only going to happen once or twice before you learn not to do it again. And it's not going to kill you. So, it's preference. It's kind of like wearing safety goggles when you're grinding. Everybody knows we're supposed to do it, but in all reality, those of us that are working in these shops all the time, there's a lot of times that we don't wear them. And it's just because we're trying to get things done quick and we take those chances. And same thing goes for the safety for the triggers. We're trying to get things done quick. We don't want to fiddle around with the safety mechanism on the trigger. We just want to hurry up and fire through all this stuff and get it done. So that's something for you to take into consideration. And that's pretty much it. I just wanted to show you guys this. I've had this gun for a little while, and I wanted to do a review on it and a little bit of a comparison between the two products. And I just haven't really got around to it, to be honest with you, in the future. So subscribe, comment, like, check out alvarezmetalworks.com. That's my website. This video won't be posted on that because it's not related to what I'm doing on Alvarez Metalworks. But check out, the Magician's Eyes Facebook page down in the description. I'll have the links, like I said, to this on Amazon. If I can find this on Amazon, I'll put it on there. If not, it's a Craftsman product, so go to your local Sears and try to find it. That's it. Thanks for watching, and talk to you guys later.